folks, the Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, we're currently on the Tree of Life, trying to destroy the parasites that are draining its divine energy that Irenicus is trying to muster into himself to become a god. We really don't want him to become a god. Not only will that mean that we'll never get our soul back, but him being a god will kind of result in us being smushed, as gods are capable of doing, pretty much instantly. The final parasite is over here, but before we go and destroy the final parasite, there are two spells that I want to cast. The first of which will be quite useful when it comes to taking care of Irenicus, and that is a True Seeing. True Seeing will be really handy in the instance that Irenicus decides to become invisible, and let's face it, chances are high. And the second spell is another haste. We could always do with another one of them. We're not going to summon any help right now because the help will not go with us when we destroy this parasite and get taken to a cutscene. This is the final one, and trying to destroy it summons some fire elementals, which should not be a problem for Corgan and Terri to take care of. And it wasn't. Let's destroy this, and go and face Irenicus, once and for all. And there he is.
What? Who dares?
I dare. Your plans are ruined, Irenicus. You will die here. Terri is mad, and with plenty of reason.
You live yet. You have less than a fraction of your soul, and yet somehow you continue to oppose me?
She's just that stubborn, Irenicus. You should have known that from the beginning.
The power of the tree is gone from me. You have been successful in your little scheme, insect, but now this ends.
You're very confident about that.
I will take great pleasure in eradicating such a nuisance as you, and then I shall re-establish my link, join with the tree once again. I shall find a way. I shall have the power.
No, Jonalith, you shall not.
I think it's time for some plot dump, and some questions answered.
Who? Ellesime?
Yes, it is I, your queen. Twice now you have attempted this sacrilege, and nearly destroyed us all. You will not do this again, Jonalith.
Do not call me that. I lost all right to that name when the Seldarine stripped me of everything that was elven, as you well know.
And what shall I call you instead? Irenicus? Shattered One? Yes, it was a terrible punishment, but you violated everything we hold dear. You nearly destroyed us all. And for what? Power? Is that all you exist for now, John?
It is all I have now, Ellesime. There is nothing else beyond my revenge. Revenge for what you did to me, that the Seldarine did to me.
And your revenge has poisoned your heart. The tree touched you once long ago. Do you remember nothing of it? Is there nothing in your heart that remembers love? Is there nothing within you that remembers our love? What we once shared before this obsession doomed you.
I do not remember your love, Ellesime. I've tried to recreate it, to spark it anew in my memory, but it is gone. A hollow, dead thing. For years I clung to the memory of it. Then the memory of the memory, and then nothing. The Seldarine took that from me too. I look upon you and feel nothing. I remember nothing but you turning your back on me along with all the others. Once my thirst for power was everything. And now I hunger only for revenge. And I will have it!
Then I pity you. Would that you had used your stolen mortal years to earn your return to this sacred place.
I pity Irenicus too, but it's only a tiny incy-wincy amount of pity that is shrinking ever more by the moment and being overwhelmed by Terri's rage.
I could have loved you anew as I loved the man you once were. But I see nothing of him here. You are Irenicus, and all that awaits you now is death.
Death at Terri's hand.
We shall see, my former love. We shall see.
Oh, we shall see.
You are but a gnat compared compared to my power.
And so she goes to rouse Elhan and the others while I am still weak. So be it. I shall crush them all if need be. I retain your power yet, Terri Coleman. Your soul still courses through me. Come and make your attempt to reclaim it if you like. I have power enough to deal with you. And so, we have combat. Right, we want to have Korgan enrage, and we want you two to move forward as quickly as you can and get some blows in before Irenicus' spell triggers go off. I want you two to back up a little bit, and you didn't manage to get any hits in, but that is fine. Right, I want you to fire off a breach right now, but actually a breach might not work because Irenicus is protected by absolute immunity and a spell shield and spell trap and protection from energy. We can, however, get a summoned Fallen Diva here.
I'm busy.
I'm gonna throw out a breach spell anyway because it can't hurt. And oh, that cannot work because the target is now invisible. Let's have you attack this foe instead. We have the Fallen Diva here that can certainly help out, and I want you to fire off breach number 2 at this Irenicus here. Irenicus is, oh, you're now visible, but I believe you're going to, yep, fire off a time stop. There is a power word kill there, an Ice Storm aimed at Edwin. Oh dear, we need to move Edwin very quickly. And another time stop, Maison Korgan, that's not going to work. And Dawn, you really shouldn't be talking right now. You're under the effect of a time stop. Maison Terri, that shouldn't work. Another absolute immunity. Right, so as soon as time starts flowing again, we need to move you over to here, and you a long way away here. Well, that actually didn't do too much, that's fine. I want you to start quaffing potions, and we have a target here that needs to be taken care of, and some sling bullets that need to be slung, and some arrows that need to be fired. Now, we're just going to be taking a lot of damage here, and that's okay. What's not okay is that you're losing a lot of health. You don't have a lot of health to begin with, so some more potions should do the trick. We need to be a little bit... Oh, there is that Ice Storm. We need to move you away from there so that you don't get killed. Eventually, Irenicus' absolute immunity will fade, and when it does, we can get some blows in. But we need to keep attacking so that we know when it's actually gone. Until then, we just need to keep taking a few hits. Eventually, oh, there we go, a few hits there, and a couple more.
You killed me.
Oh, that we did, Irenicus. All we had to do was wait. And now you're done.
This is not. This is not.
Oh, it is. Irenicus crumples, his words dying on his lips, and a strange quiet envelops the scene, broken by all of the spell effects that are crackling all around us. You begin to wonder if you have finally won, if it is truly over. The mage is dead. That's not nothing, but it's only tangentially related to what we truly sought here. Terri, how do you feel? If this is victory, there's a question burning in the back of your mind. What about what he stole from you? What of your soul? What of our soul? That's not good. You feel a small tug inside yourself, a pull that seems to come from the apparition that rose from Irenicus. It is gentle at first, but quickly becomes urgent. Within seconds you cannot breathe, drawn inexorably to where Irenicus fell. You are still connected to your stolen soul, but it is no longer among the living. Oh, that's not good at all! Released in death, your stolen soul does not return to you. It is falling away from the mortal world, and you are being dragged along with it. That's not good whatsoever. You thought that was the final fight? Oh no! The final fight is just beginning. The pain subsides, and you open your eyes to horror beyond imagining. It is an assault on your senses, a collection of nightmare sensations. This, surely, is hell. You slowly realize that you are not alone, that others were apparently so wounded in the battle with Irenicus that their souls were dragged to a similar fate as yours. You doubt they will be pleased with their present circumstance when you don't even know why you are here yourself. You always take me to such interesting places. Well, that's 1 out of 5 people that don't seem to be too bothered about this. What infernal land have you dragged me to now, Terri? Tell me what new creatures will fall before us. That's 2 out of 5.
I felt a dragon on me foot almost when I died. And now, here we be. Fair enough. Be far better than anything I were expecting for an afterlife.
That's 3 out of 5.
This is most unusual. Death overwhelmed me in combat, and the darkness came over my senses. I felt a pulling, and followed it, and here we are. What place is this, I wonder?
That's 4 out of 5. Edwin?
Eh? What the 9 hells is it? Yes, I felt your infernal power tugging at me. But I was coming here anyway. There might be profit yet by remaining at your side. We'll see.
Oh wow! If you have an evil aligned party, there are 0 bothers given about being dragged to hell. If you have a good aligned party, they certainly are a lot more concerned about the present situation. But these people? Nah. Some of them, like Edwin, are planning to be here anyway. He might even try and strike up some alliances with the various denizens while he's here a little early.
If you say so.
But their, opinion about, where we are aside, we are indeed in hell. And while we're here, there is this that we cannot open. This door that is being watched over by 5 burning eyes. 5 eyes surround this hellish door as if part of the very stone itself. The eyes follow you as you move, and a palpable aura of evil emanates from them. They guard this door, and if you wish to pass, you must find some way of bypassing their guard. The way you bypass their guard is by taking the 5 tests that are in the various parts of the room. There's a stairway there. There is also a stairway here. If we go down here, each one of these is a test that can be passed in a good or an evil way. And each one of them gives you a certain benefit dependent upon how you clear it. These benefits are for the most part permanent, and they are really, really good. And there are a few that I specifically want to get. One of them, the one that we're going to be doing first, is phenomenally useful for Terri. And it's this test over here. Before we do any of these tests, by the way, we are going to save, because they are quite tricky, some of them. This one can have a challenge all its own. Fortunately, nobody is going to stop us from resting in here, though they really should. Considering where we are. Now, the game is throwing a final save about. This is not the final save just yet.
I'm waiting.
Let us head down and see
Of course.
what is going on here. And while I'm
Have you
thinking
nothing
about
else
it,
to do but
let
bother
us
me?
get a haste spell active. There's a good reason why we want to be quick. Because we're about to have
Yes,
a
master.
combat.
What should I fetch now?
Whatever you
So we
decide.
meet again. How fitting that our reunion should be in this place of retribution.
Sarevok?
It is I, Or an echo, perhaps. My essence joined that of our dead father after you murdered me, after all. But in the end, all the children of Baal end up here.
You have finally joined us to claim your heritage as I had attempted. A pity that you arrive in pieces, weak and pathetic. My death was far more final than yours. What are you talking about, in pieces? I speak of your soul, fool. You are just a part, not fully dead, so your essence has not joined our dead father. This is his realm, so your blood holds sway here. Holds sway? What are you speaking of? Your soul is tainted by the touch of our father, fool, and it is that part which rules over this realm. But you share your soul with another, don't you? The mage. He stole most of your soul, but not all. You are tethered like a helpless calf, dragged into hell after him. Neither of you is truly alive, nor truly dead. Irenicus, do you know where he is? Bah! Have you heard nothing? You have power here. Already you search, and already the mage obstructs you. The tears of Baal are your only choice. The tears of Baal? A tear fell for every murdered soul, every torment paid by our father, and he kept each one. They can show the path to your wizard. If you gather them all, that is. This is the reason why you want to do this one first, because Wraith Sarevok has quite a lot of, lore dump for you, and tells you quite plainly what you need to do here.
I have one of the tears of Baal you will need. I will not hand it over to you, however. You do not deserve it.
Hand it over or die, Shade. I have no patience for you.
Ah, yes. Stoke that infernal wrath of yours. I can feel the anger within you, boiling like a pit of sulfur in the crevices of your heart.
Do you really want to poke this hornet's nest, Sarevok?
You feel it, do you not? The taint that surrounds your soul like a serpent, squeezing it, spreading its venom. That taint, that wrath exists in all the children of Baal, but few know how to use it. You have become the Slayer, have you not? The avatar of our dead father. The blackest expression of murder. I see it behind your eyes. Summon your wrath for me, if you can.
Why? What do you get out of this?
You were the one who brought me here. Your power over this place has summoned forth my essence once again. And why do you think you have done that? I can teach you how to use your wrath. You can control the taint, direct it, summon it at will. You can become the Slayer at will and become the weapon of murder that you were meant to be. So think of me. Think of how I destroyed your precious Gorion. How I plundered the lives of your Candlekeep. Summon your rage. Stir the depths of your black heart. Summon wrath. Summon wrath and become it. Because if you cannot, then you are not worth your destiny. It should have been I. It should have been I! Attack me, worm, if you dare!
Sarevok is trying to provoke you into becoming the Slayer. Now, the good way to end this is not to take the bait, and to fight Wraith Sarevok as you are. But Terri is far too angry to not use the Slayer right now on Sarevok, and perhaps we can use this power to defeat Irenicus and reclaim our soul. Maybe Terri is starting to see the ability to become the Slayer as a tool rather than a hindrance. If this will allow me to become the Slayer when I wish, then so be it. It shall be a pleasure to destroy you again.
Yes! You are worthy enough to battle again! The child of Baal incarnate!
Fortunately, Sarevok is not as tricky as he was at the end of Baldur's Gate 1. Now let us move our fighters forward.
You have a problem?
And deal with Sarevok while becoming the Slayer.
Would my opinion of this group drop any lower? Evidently so.
Oh, your opinion is about to change in a moment, Edwin. In the depths of your being stirs a familiar evil, reaching out of the darkness. It offers power, for a price. Do you accept and sacrifice part of yourself? I accept, despite the risks. We lose to reputation, we become the Slayer, and then we destroy Sarevok. Oh, you're not going to last very long. That said, Sarevok does still hit really, really hard. But soon enough, a few more hits, and that is the end of Sarevok. We shall quickly transform back into our human form, and gain this. A teardrop-shaped gemstone of a deep, oddly unsettling colour. The tear is one of the keys required to open the Watcher's door. Corcoran took a lot of hits there, but that's okay. We can rest in here just fine.
Yes.
And while I'm thinking about resting, we need to make sure you still have stone skin.
We not have hired some poor fools to do this for us. This is no place for a man of my stature.
I highly doubt anyone that we could hire, Edwin, would want to come here. But either way, we can now use this tier on the door and gain an awesome benefit. +2 to strength. Permanently. You thought Terri was powerful at 20 strength, how about 22 strength? Her strength is now entering into the realm of giants.
Yes.
Truly,
Nothing to it.
her Balspawn blood is making her mighty beyond all mortal limits. And so, folks, when we come back, we have some more of these to do. We have some more benefits to gain, and Irenicus to deal with once and for all. There are a total of 5 tests. This is the things indicating the stairs down. They don't tell you which tests they are, but I roughly know which one is where and what I want to do with each. Some of them will even make us less powerful if we decide to play them out a certain way. But will we do that? You'll have to wait and see. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.